2022! What an odd year it's been. The first few months of 2022 turned into a perfect storm of video game release mayhem, whether it was as a result of altered release dates, or decrease in reliance on the retail sector, or COVID-19 pandemic delays. The lands between were our travels. We interpreted coded languages. We looked at America in the year 31. We took the time to look for hidden jewels as soon as we were able to escape the busy AAA release schedule. In this video, we'll be looking into the 10 best games of 2022. But before that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Let's get started. Number 10, Neon White. There's a potential that this game is the reason that you're upset with a friend, co-worker, or significant other. Neon White has rekindled competition for the top leaderboard positions and emphasized the value of milliseconds, because sometimes it just takes 1 millisecond to go up a spot above a rival. Neon White designer Ben Esposito of Angel Matrix dubbed it a smoothie of influences that draws as much from the gravity-defying Half-Life and Quake Jump maps as it does from the friction-defying Counter-Strike Surf maps. In a minor but significant sense, Neon White is also a deck-building card game. In the time it took for you to understand this sentence, your friend has just surpassed your record once more, so if this were a smoothie, it would be equally sweet, tangy, filling, and also flowing down your face. Neon White is a game about hopping from one platform to another, so it's quite an accomplishment that it can be so grateful and simple, while still instilling such potent resentments and miserable constricted wrists. Number 9, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. A popular game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. When Foot Clan members aren't speeding by on motorcycles or in automobiles, they are manning the pizza shop's cash register before leaping into the fray and brandishing shopping bags as deadly weapons. Shredder's Revenge is a fantastic homage to a number of classic games since it is noisy and chaotic without ever being obtrusive. Although it's only a little game, there is a lot of value in playing through the levels again and perfecting each character's moves, because there are 7 different characters, the 4 turtles plus April O'Neil, Splinter and Casey Jones. While remaining true to its forebearers, it is unmistakably modern, offering more thrilling combat versus armies of hostile warriors and character enhancements on top of that. While nostalgia may serve as its mode of transportation, sheer enjoyment serves as its fuel. Number 8, The Quarry. Its breakout hit Until Dawn put a group of vacationing teenagers through the ringer in a remote mountain cabin, a decaying sanatorium, and an abandoned mine shaft before the Dark Pictures anthology jumped from a boat to sea to a creepy Midwestern ghost town to a desert tomb. Developer Supermassive Games has made a name for itself by capitalizing on horror tropes. The Quarry is a horrific outdoor adventure that explores all the cliched customs of one of the sleep-away camp's original horror locations in America. The Quarry, like Supermassive's past games, lets you take control of a group of people. In this case, it's 9 camp counselors who are stuck at the camp for an extra night. They must explore the surroundings and try to stay alive while things can get dangerous, potentially lethal. It's a testament to Supermassive's skill that it can search duffel bags as compelling as a terrifying encounter with otherworldly creatures, an innocent kiss as momentous, a decision as pulling a trigger. Even though player input is almost entirely limited to walking, binary character choices, and basic QuickTime events, The Quarry is notable for how heavily it borrows from both the film and video game worlds, existing somewhere in between. Number 7, Sniper Elite 5. The Sniper Elite series can easily be dismissed by the uninitiated as a brutal Nazi-killing X-ray gore fest. Yes, that is that. Sniper Elite 5 maintains the pattern of fantastic level design, and it actually has some of the best sandbox machines I've ever played. However, it's also a model for an excellent level design. They spread across mine-filled beaches, picturesque wineries and coastal chateaux, taking advantage of any opportunity to provide you with a sightline, however limited, to the next Nazi skull that is about to be smashed. Given that the most recent game takes the brand to France during World War II, arguably the most common setting in video games, this was no simple feat. However, developer Rebellion Development has come up with fresh ideas on how to spice up the Normandy beaches. As the roguish Carl Fairbairn is forced to sneak into bunkers and cobblestone lanes, surrendering his dependable sniper rifle for a silenced handgun and close quarters expertise, there are echoes of IO Interactive's Hitman trilogy on display. There are also many similarities to Arcane's Dishonored games, with several ways to complete each goal that range from non-lethal to exceedingly lethal. An already outstanding brand has been upgraded to the Hall of Fame for immersive sandbox games like Sniper Elite 5. Number 6. Strange Horticulture. Sell plants in Strange Horticulture. Although the plants appear commonplace, they are anything but. Some plants inspire bravery, while others entice individuals to their demise. Some are intended to sharpen your focus or poison your adversaries. It's a straightforward game that is executed with extreme care. Through customer rumors and plants discovered using an in-game map, a bizarre, occult story about running this plant business begins to take shape. Strange Horticulture was one of the more memorable games I played this year, despite its brief length, just over 5 hours. Number 5. Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemon Hunters. Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemon Hunters, like Gears Tactics before it, strip the XCOM formula back to its core before building it back up into something entirely new. You take control of a group of Grey Knights in Daemon Hunters as you navigate a star system on a space cathedral. Grey Knights are essentially space marines with a strong streak of zealotry. In an effort to create the ideal murder squad and stop the spread of the Nurgle infection, you can personalize the knights, give them ever-improving gear, and boost their individual skill trees. The fact that the turn-based combat is both deft and bombastic is a tribute to the developer Complex Games' expertise, and for every explosion that shakes the screen, there's also a calm moment of triumph as a Justica arrives at a downed comrade just in time to rescue the entire squad. Number 4. Tunic. Some video games thrive on purposeful obscurity. One of them is the Tunic. Andrew Schudeise's action-adventure game has elements of Myst, The Witness, and the first Legend of Zelda. It's also prompted numerous comparisons to the 2012 game Fez, which used a similar strategy to lure players toward its biggest, most important secrets by using its own peculiar written language. Its level design doesn't always allow for the most leisurely retracing, and its combat can grow tedious, particularly during later boss fights. But its readiness to put its faith in the player's wit, endurance, and most importantly, appetite for knowledge make it a masterful adventure in and of itself. Number 3. Rogue Legacy 2. The celebration of heroes and their diversity is found in Rogue Legacy 2. Every new heir infuses their roguelite journey with a distinct flavor, guaranteeing that no two adventures are ever the same. One Valkyrie may slice through adversaries with a pizza boomerang, while its ranger ancestor hurls itself between platforms and flatulent ferocity. Rogue Legacy 2 joins classics like Dead Cells, Slay the Spire, and Hades in this regard by being unusually new for a roguelite. Rogue Legacy 2 urges you to discover the delight in playing as unusual heroes against improbable circumstances in a genre that typically requires players to pursue a defined path or master a consistent talent. It never gets old and is equally enjoyable in short spurts as it is in extended sessions. Number 2. The Iron Oath. The Iron Oath is a tiny but formidable early access strategy role-playing game that gets the fundamentals right and, so far, builds on them fantastically. The main plot has lasted for roughly 10 to 15 hours, and while the writing is adequate, the combat and management are top-notch. The player controls a mercenary firm, and the action takes place in a relentless fantasy world that is perpetually on the verge of destruction. This involves managing the health and happiness of your troops as they explore dungeons, find lost souls, and repel demons. The game's user interface and modular difficulty settings make it possible for anyone to get started right away. This is a game to observe as it grows, but the initial structure is solid enough to withstand countless hours of tactical difficulties. Number 1. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. As much as it is about the narrative of the titular Star Wars family, LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga is also about the development of the LEGO video games. What began as a straightforward series about mimicking classic film franchises has grown into a fully voiced epic that spans 9 films. It has a large cast of characters and improved combat that gives the previously hack-and-slash gameplay more depth. Additionally, it's a pleasant surprise that gives players a chance to experience the legendary Death Star trench run while remixing some of movie history's most iconic scenes to make them feel contemporary. The Skywalker Saga is a rainbow of colors and magic for kids just getting into Star Wars or the LEGO games, guaranteeing oohs, ahs, and chuckles on every level. However, it's also an exciting experience for the parents who grew up playing Star Wars and LEGO games, and it does much more than merely appeal to nostalgia. That's it, guys. There's no arguing that last year's games was some of the best. Top games from 2021 include Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, It Takes Two, and Deathloop. Having said that, this year has already produced a huge number of incredible games that are even more enthralling, and there is still a ton more on the way, like the ones that I mentioned in our Best Game series. We hope you liked our efforts. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Leave a like, share it with your friends and families, and pin down your thoughts in the comment section below.